fashionably late. But guess what? Guess what? Guess what? It's a celebration. It's a celebration. So now I gotta wait for my angels to come back because we were having some computer problems. And we can't do that. We can't do that. So I gotta look cool until everybody come back in the room and let me know they're here. And as soon as they do, then that's when we'll begin. All right. So I'm gonna sit here with these glasses on. I'm gonna sit here with my angel hat on. Amen. Angel hat. I'm gonna sit here with my queen t-shirt on. I'm ready. I'm ready. I'm ready. So maybe they need to know that I'm ready. I don't know. Maybe I need to put it in Instagram. I can do that. All my stuff just stand out. I really had computer problems. Oh Lord. I really had computer problems. I don't even know if you guys are over there yet, but I know that it's a mess. Y'all hear me? You hear me? A mess. Let's see. I'm gonna turn my phone on. I'm gonna turn my phone on because my computer's acting a nut. Let's see. Anybody come in? One person, but I don't see him. I don't see you. Where you at? Who's in the room? Who's in the room? I see one person watching me. Who's in the room? Hello, hello, hello. It's Grace. Hey, Grace. It's our 3,000 subscribers celebration. Yeah. I know I'm hyped. I'm hyped. I'm hyped. I've got to let everybody in Instagram know that we're live so they can come on in the room. And I don't even know if I downloaded the Lord. Let's see. Did I? I should have. Let's see. Everything's acting crazy tonight. I don't know why. Oh no, not that one. Yeah. Nope, not that one. I can't. I don't even know. I don't know. I don't know what's happening. All I know is that things are just not going correctly. They're not going right. They're not going right. So I'm just going to put a picture up and say I'm live because everything that could possibly go wrong went wrong tonight. That's why I know that this is a blessing. This is a blessing. This is a blessing, Grace. Oh, I've asked people to come, and it's gonna be a whole thing. Okay. Yeah. Hopefully everybody show up. Anyway. Hey, Grace. How are you, Grace? How are you? How are you? How are you? I am ready for the celebration. Yes, 3,000. Yes, a blessing. It truly is a blessing, Grace. And I couldn't have done it without you. I really appreciate you. You've been there with me. You've been there in the trenches and you've been encouraging me because, woo, I was about to throw this computer down many, many times. Hello, Faye. Hello. Ooh, I got to scoot over. 3,000 subscribers. Thank you. Whoop, whoop. And Faye, you're one of them. Grace, you're one of them. And we're on the road to the next monument. We're not going to think about that right now. We're just going to be grateful for where we are. Thank you. That's my angel hat. And look, Queen. I love you too, Grace. I love you so much. You've been such a help to me. And Faye, you have been a help too. I want you to know. I want you to know. So I'm going to go over to the YouTube side and pull up the video so I can talk to you guys on that side. Let me see. Let me see. It says 4 people are watching. All right, let's get the lights up. Okay. I can skip the ad because, yes, I can skip the lights. Not the lights. I can skip the ad because I want to be here with you guys. That's where I want to be. So we're waiting on the rest of the angels to come, and let's say something. Oh, she's a moderator. Okay. And let's see what else. We're gonna celebrate. We're gonna have appreciation time where you guys are gonna tell how you appreciate me. I'm gonna tell how I appreciate you, and then we're gonna party. We're gonna have some tuba chap music. We're gonna have some fun. We might spin the wheel. We have conversation. It's gonna be real. It's gonna be real. It's gonna be real. Yes. So yes. So we're just waiting on them. And let me see, let me remove this. Whew, my computer was just a nut today. I'm telling you. I want a new computer, God. I want a new computer. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I want a new computer. How are you guys today? How are you today? I hope you were doing okay today. How was your day? Oh, I gotta put up my banners. Right. Yes, 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 yes. Ooh, there we go. It was good. Believe it or not, it was a good day. It was, it was. It was a really good day. I got out a little bit, did a little bit of something, something, walked around, talked to my daughter, and did some things around the house, and what else I do? Prepared for the party. Hey, Shanta Bird! Hello, welcome, welcome, welcome. Everybody say hello to Shanta. Hello. Nice to meet you. You're one of my angels now. Yes. Thank you, thank you. 3,000 subscribers. That's what we got. 3,000 subscribers. Thanks to everybody. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you guys. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I'm so happy. Ray of Sunshine, hello, hello. Now, guys, I'm not doing any angel numbers today. Oh, my name was Empress, but I don't remember you. I do remember you. Oh, wow. Oh, thank you, Ray of Sunshine. Thank you for stopping by to say congrats to you too. I couldn't have done it without you. I could have done it without any of you guys. You guys are my reason for being here. You are my reason for being here. And I'm just not on here just to talk and to kiki. When I come, I do the angel numbers. I tell you whatever it is God wants me to tell you, and you ask me questions. I give you the answer that I hear, and that's how we do it at this channel. That's how we do it on this channel. This channel is for the people, by the people, with the people. Yes, and for the people. This is what this channel is for. This channel is not just for me. I didn't come here for me. I came here to help other people, to reach more people. Because I had a client list already, people that I talked to over the phone that I ministered to. But I came here to help more people. I came here to be able to do what God wanted me to do. So I didn't come here just to, you changed it to your name. Yes, I said, is there why did you change your name? Let me ask you that. Why did you change your name? We're supposed to have Jared here tonight too. Yeah, Jared's supposed to be coming. I don't know if my son's coming. He might stop by. He might stop by. It's Friday night, A lot of people glad to be off work, end of the work week, and so, a lot of people are busy. But I told everybody that we were going to have our angel celebration. Let me check the Instagram and see. Oh boy. Uh, I need the authenticator app. That's what I need. Mhm. Okay, open. Oh, I don't know why it's doing this. My computer is just acting a nut. A nut. It's just acting a nut. I need an authenticator now to open up Windows. Let me see. Maybe I got one in my lunch pad already. Let me see. Oops, that didn't work. I've been doing this all evening, trying to figure out what is wrong. What is wrong with my computer? That's okay. I'm gonna take care of it tomorrow. Trust and believe. I just have to get out my computer hat. Can't find it. Oh, jeez. I'm just gonna leave it be. I'll leave it be. Buddha trending Titus Anthony. Everybody's here. Hey, oh, hey, oh, hey, oh. Angels. The angels are in the house. The angels are in the house. The angels are in the house. My angels are in the house. Hey, 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 hey. This video is for you guys. All 3,000 of you. This is for you. This is for you. Yes, 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 yes. It's for you. And I'm happy. I'm so happy. I'm so happy. I'm so honored. Ugh, you guys are my heart. You guys are my heart. Yes, congratulations to you too. Yes, congratulations to you too. To, Tonight is a celebration, and Um, whatever you guys want to do, it's up to you. It's your night. It's your night. It's your night. So I'm gonna put the link in the chat, and you guys be on the lookout for anybody coming in trying to get in the chat that is not a part of us, right? So I want the guys to be at the door to watch and see, make sure nobody comes in. Anthony and Thai artist, make sure you take care of us, ladies. Yes, Thai artist. Woo! Yes, 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 yes. So, um, let me do something right quick. Let me see where I'm at. Right here. Oh, I need this to be YouTube. Okay, YouTube dashboard. Yes. I know what we're gonna do. I know exactly what we're gonna do. I know. I know. I know what we're gonna do. Um, it started off here, and then we're gonna jump over to Tuber Chats music, and that's what we're gonna do. How about that? Let me see. All right. Get your glasses out. Get your glasses out. Get your glasses out. Woo! Thank you. All my angels for our celebration. Thank you. All my angels for our 3,000 celebration. Have to do it, but we did. We didn't have to do it, but we did. We didn't have to. We didn't have to. We didn't have to do it, but we did. But we did. Hey, thank you. Hey, oh, yeah. Thank you. I just want to thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you, thank you. All my angels for being the angels. Thank you. All my angels for being the angels. Here we go. Is everybody ready? Let's get back. I'm getting back. Gotta go. Here, Hey, so now you know what we're gonna do? We're gonna have music by Tuber Chat.
Recordings just
Okay. I'm gonna take my hat off, put it to the side. Hopefully my hair looks all right. And then I'm gonna go over to Tuber Chat's music, have it playing in the background. So let's see. Da-da-dum. Gotta find out where I had Tuber Chat's music at. I had it in my content somewhere. Okay, wait a minute. Playlist. There's it. There it is. Music. Mhm. What are you doing? What are you doing, Mama? Hold on, you guys. I'm so excited. I'm just all over the place. Hmm. Let's see. Oh, go check this out. Where's she at? Sunshine Kisses. Yes. Please tell us the stars. Please tell us the stars. Please tell us the stars. I'm gonna select this music by Tuba Cat. Copyright free. So if you're ever gonna use music on your platform, Tuba Cat is put music for us. So I'm gonna there it is. Okay. Okay. I have this. But I'm gonna worry about I need an authenticator. Let's see. I got my phone. The link is in the chat. Feel free to come on up. Feel free. We can do. Hey. Can you hear me? You can't hear me? Is it because of let's see. You can't hear me? I look so tired. I've been busy today. I've been busy today. Okay, good, good, good. Let's see. No commercials. So as soon as the commercial goes away, I'll come back with another jam. Okay? And that's what we're gonna do. Until everybody come through. So let me hit skip. Then I can do this. Hey, bet you haven't heard this song in a long time. Yeah. We turn it down a little bit, but I'm about to. So the link again. This is your guys' night. This is all of us. Okay? Click that link. I have been waiting for this day all day. I've been waiting for this day. Waiting for you guys. I know that we did it. This is how strong. I want to 4,000, 5,000, 10,000 for everybody. Angel Memorial, spiritual health, mind coming together with us. Angels in the earth, stars. Everybody, welcome. Come join us. We are a family. My family's strong. Yeah. You're welcome. Thank you, every one of you guys who helped all of us to get to that. Oh, this is hey, hold up. Okay, guess what? Tuba Chat is live. Yes. Let me turn it down. All right. We are going to be growing and growing and growing and doing more and more things, doing more and more things, trying to do the new on that you guys might want to know or see. So there's anything spiritual that you want to know about the channel, you want us to do more of on the channel, let us know. Just hit me up in Instagram and let me know, hey, I think it's a great idea to do something, do this. I'd like to know more about this. I'd like to know more about that. Like I said, I did an advanced list since I was 25 and 63 now. So, yeah, I did it. I think that has served me quite well. In spite of the stroke, in spite of the heart, almost heart attack, in spite of the kidneys, in spite of it all, I am here, and I'm always going to be here until God says otherwise. Oh, yes, we are very, very grateful. We're very, very grateful. If I can hug every one of you, I would. I just put my arms around you and I hug you so tight because I want you to know that you matter. It's because of you that I'm not here just to start a YouTube channel. I came here, as my mom used to say, for the people, to the people. And that is my role. That's what I do. And that's always comes to me. My daughter does it as a psychologist. My son does it too. Talks to me, encourages me. My youngest person, all of us, me and my three babies, all encourage us. Making and I want you to know too. You can make it through. So all we got to do is stick together as one. Let's stick together. Let's make this happen. Right? What if we make it happen? We want all our channels. Right? So the nights that I'm not lying, step a little bit. I'm just more busy. Check you guys out. I know I've been lazy, but that doesn't mean I don't care about you. I peep in and see what you're doing. You like and let you know that I've been at your channel, that I've been there, and I stopped by to see you. I always will try. I always try to stop by. Always try to stop by. Yes. So we're not gonna be here all night. We're not gonna be here all night. I just want you to know that I am here for you and that we did it. We made our goal. Thank you. Thank you. So yes. You can hear me now. Okay, good. Let's see who's still in the channel. All right, I'm going to keep that going in the background, but I'm pausing right now. Okay, so what are some things that you guys would like to do this next year, our next year? What are some of the things that you would like to know, do spiritually on the channel? Give me some of the things that you want to see on the channel. Now, let me mention this while I'm waiting you guys to give me some answers. We have been trying to have a physical retreat for years. And we haven't had this retreat yet, guys. Don't think I forgot. I just kind of let it go for a minute because the only ones that was trying to really get it together was me and Charlene, and we need everybody involved. We need everybody involved for us to have an actual retreat because I was gonna have guests and people come by and teach us different things spiritually, and we're going to open up the gifts that are within you spiritually, and find out exactly what your spiritual gift is. How many of you in the room know what your spiritual gift is at this time? Have you found it out? Do you know what it is? Do you know what it is? I'm gonna call you out if you don't say anything now. You know I'm good for it. I am good for it. Grace. What is your spiritual gift, Grace? What's your spiritual gift? Key Kitchen. What is your spiritual gift? Shanta. What is your spiritual gift? Let me put these earphones on. Okay. Let me make sure they're on. Okay, they're on. Yep, yep. All right. So, oh, you're welcome, Grace. You're welcome, Key. You're welcome too. Yes, Key Kitchen. We have been trying to, for years, rent us like a beach house, um, and have all of us come and be by the water, and do some spiritual work by the water, work on things we are weak in areas of our spiritual life, talk to each other about what's going on in our lives, and help each other. We've been talking about a angel retreat for years, and we really have been wanting to do it, and then the illness thing came up, and so we weren't able to get together because of that. And so then we just decided to wait. But what I wanted to do was I wanted to rent a house by a lake, and a house that had a kitchen, and place for us to sit down and and be together, and you know talk and pray together, and you know um, talk spiritually about spiritual things together, as well as talk about relationships together, talk about family together, you know, because we are family. And as we are family, we should be able to do those things and help each other, right? That's what we're supposed to do. I'm not feeling my hair today. That's okay. So that's what we're supposed to do. And that's what I've been trying to do for years. Since I think 2018, I think it was. I think it was. Okay. Now, let's talk about our next year. Grace said her intuition has gotten better. So let's talk about that. Okay. Let's talk about spiritual gifts. Because I want you to be able to uplift yourself and go to another level. Here is a spiritual gift test. How's that? Spiritual gift. Okay. So I'm going to talk about the different gifts spiritually that are available to us. Hello, good to see you. Sawadi, sawadi. Welcome in, welcome in. Yes, welcome in. Listen. So I'm going to talk about the spiritual gifts. Okay, spiritual gifts. Now, The first spiritual gift I see is the gift of administration. The spiritual gift of administration. Now, this is it's talking about steering, to rule, to govern. It talks about the idea of someone who guides and directs a group of people towards a goal or destination. Hey, Albert! Yes! Thank you, thank you. Congratulations to you too. Congratulations to you too. Yes, 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 yes. Thank you for being part of the angels. Thank you so much. So the gift of administration carries the idea of someone who guides someone else, someone who directs a group of people. If this is you, put a one in the chat. Let me know if this is your gift, right? You're someone who guides people. You're someone who directs a group of people towards a goal, towards a destination, right? Um, It says, with this gift, the Holy Spirit works with you. Yes, happy International Women's Day. Yes, yes. To those of you that are international, happy Women's Day to you. All right. Now, this gift is closely related to the gift of leadership. Who in here believes that they are a spiritual leader? Who in here is a spiritual leader? And this is your gift. Okay. It's more than a goal or a task oriented. It's more concerned with details and organization, right? Detail and organization. If this is you, you'll find answers to how to go about operating in the gift of administration in 1 Corinthians 12:28, which is my birthday, Titus 14:5. Hey, Selvin Kitchen! Hello, hello, hello. Thank you for coming. Thank you for being a part of the angels. Yes, thank you so much. We did it, guys. We did it. 3,000. Thank you. I'm saying it all night. I'm saying it all night. I feel so blessed. Now, the next spiritual gift is the gift of being an apostle. The gift of being an apostle. Yes. How many of you think that you are operating in the gift of apostle? Right? What is that? The requirements for being an apostle is being a faithful eyewitness of Jesus' ministry and his resurrection, right? And being called by Jesus himself. Let's see who's here. Oh, William, I don't want to see your wanker, dear. No, thank you. No, thank you. You're banned. So, yes. So they do not have when you're an apostle, you do not have the authority to write scripture as the original apostle did. Although you do have a different purpose in the sense of establishing the church. Hi, Selvin. Okay. Now, the mission with those with the gift of the apostleship today is to plant new ministries and churches, go into places where the gospel is not preached, and reach across cultures to establish churches in challenging environments, raise up and develop leaders, call out and lead pastors and shepherds, and much more, right? They often have many gifts that allow them to fulfill their ministry. These are leaders of leaders. Is there anybody in here who feels like they're a leader of leaders? You can teach leaders, right? You can teach other teachers, right? Anybody who can do that. Anybody who can teach other people how to be a minister, how to be a leader, how to be an apostle. Anybody in here with that gift? We're going to keep going. Okay? The gift of discernment. Do you have the gift of discernment, guys? Wow. Who has any idea what the gift of discernment is? Anybody has any idea what the gift of discernment is? We're talking about going to another level, guys. All right? We're going to another level. You're taking your spirituality to another level, right? I took mine to another level when I went from being a I would say a prayer warrior to an evangelist. And I went from an evangelist to being on YouTube now. So I'm basically a YouTube pastor here. So is there anybody who thinks they have the gift of evangelism? It says here that all people who believe in God are called to evangelize and to reach out to people who don't know about the gospel, to teach them, right? It says in Ephesians 4:11-12 that Jesus gave the apostles, the prophets, the evangelists, the shepherds, and teachers to equip the saints for the work of the ministry, to build up the body of Christ, to build up the body of Christ, right? So that is a gift of itself as well. I think I just named about 3 different gifts. So this is what we aspire to do. We aspire to learn how to utilize the gifts that are within us. So what I'm doing is I'm naming different gifts that you possibly may have in you that you don't know you have. When you have the gift of being an evangelist, it allows you to communicate with all types of people and therefore receive a greater response, right? So that's what being an evangelist is, right? You have to be able to overcome the normal fear of rejection and engage other people in conversations about the gospel, right? All right. The gift of exhortation. The gift of exhortation. What is that? That is when you have the gift of encouragement and grace. I believe you've got that one. You encourage other people. Buddha, you encourage people too. You too, Albert. You have a sweet spirit. See, when you have the kind of caring spirit about other people, this is when you want to encourage them and strengthen them, right? To remind them that they can make it, that they're powerful, they have power in them, and they're amazing. That's the gift of exhortation, to strengthen and encourage them, those who are wavering in their faith, to motivate them, uplift them, and rebuke them in order to foster spiritual growth and action, right? Sometimes we all need a little rebuke. Sometimes we've done some things that we need to have our collar peeled a little bit and say, hey, Angel, get it together, girl. Sometimes I need that. Sometimes we all need that. Sometimes we all need to have our coat pulled. All right. Tired says when you can wait. Let's see. When you can sense, feel, see when someone or something isn't right, it is a gift of discerning. Exactly. Exactly, Tiredness. And I think you have that. And I think Tiredness, that's why you're going through what you're going through in your life, because you can see right through all the crap. You can see exactly what's going on, even though people are trying to fool you and make you think that red is blue, but you're like, no, it's red. It's red. It's not blue, it's red. That is the gift of discernment. Exactly. Then there's the gift of faith. Who in here has the gift of faith? Do you have the gift of faith? What is that? What is faith? What is the faith? You have that gift. Uh-huh. Yes, the gift of faith. The gift of faith is rooted in one's saving faith in Christ and the trust that comes through a close relationship with God. Those with this gift have a trust and confidence in God that allows them to live boldly for Him, and to manifest that faith in many ways, right? You're able to manifest it. Oh, you have that too? Yes, faith. Yes, faith. Exactly. Faith without works is what? Dead, right? So we have to utilize our faith. We have faith, we have to utilize that faith and let other people know I do have faith. I am not weak. I believe. If God said it, I believe it. That settles it. That's the end of it. If God said it, that's the end of it. He said it, it's done. It's done, right? Now, the gift of faith also encourages and builds up other people, right? Yes, you have that gift too, faith. Yes, the gift of faith. That no matter how it looks, no matter how it seems, you believe no matter what. You know that God said it, that settles it, right? And nothing nobody can say will turn you around and make you think it's not going to happen. If God says He's going to heal you, that's it. If God says He's going to take care of you, that's it. If God says He's going to bless your kids and bless your family, that's it. God tells you He's going to give you a house, that's it. Faith, faith. Now faith is the substance of things hoped for, the evidence of things not seen. You got to hope for it and then believe in the evidence, even though you don't see it, right? So now, lastly, it says people who have the gift of faith expect God to move and are not surprised when He answers a prayer, not surprised when He performs a miracle. See, some people are surprised when God does something for them, right? We who have faith, we're not surprised because we know that God was going to do it. Because why? Because we are His children and He loves us. He is not like a deadbeat dad. He takes care of His children. God takes care of His children. Yes, discerning. I have. I'm strengthening my faith. Yes. Keep strengthening your faith. Keep building on it. Right? It's a stepping stone moment. It's a stepping stone. Every day, do something that encourages your faith. You can read Corinthians 12 and 9 on that, and Hebrews 11, 1 through 40 on that. Now, there's also the gift of giving. The gift of giving. Now, believe it or not, it's not all what you may think giving people something. No, it's it to impart. That's what the gift of giving is, to impart. So what you're giving is of yourself. It means to provide fully for yourself and for other people, right? Some people who have this gift work with the Holy Spirit to meet the various needs of the church, its ministries, its missionaries, and people who do not have the means to provide fully for themselves. So this means like the people who are homeless, the homeless, helping the homeless, right? When you have the gift of giving, you'll find something or some way to help someone who doesn't have a home. You'll either lead them in the direction of a home, or you'll provide somewhere for them to go where they can transition towards a home, right? Grace, Faith said, yes, I do. Grace says, yes, amen. Yes, yes, yes. Now, being homeless is already difficult because you're confused about why you're homeless. You know that you worked hard most of your life and all of a sudden you have nowhere to live. It's a very, very difficult thing to go through. So people who are in that predicament, most people don't want you to know that they're in that predicament because sometimes we feel like we've worked hard, we've gone to school. Why is this happening to us? That's the main thing we ask. Why? Right? And God will put people who operate in this particular gift of giving in our way to help us navigate the way to get out of the homelessness, to get out of being without, to get food when we have no food, right? To get encouragement when we don't feel encouraged, right? To care for the needy, to care for the needy, right? Because sometimes that's the only Christ some people can see is through us. We have to be the ones to show them that God does care, right? We have to be the ones to show people, other people, that God does care and that He does love us and He takes care of us, right? And we're not thrown away, you know. Just because somebody else doesn't understand you, that doesn't mean that we don't understand you. There's somebody in this on this channel that can understand you. Where I can't understand you, maybe Trendy can understand you, maybe Faye can understand you, maybe Grace can understand you, right? Maybe our artist can understand you, right? Because we're all on different levels, right? Some people need the caring that trending and Grace have. Some people need a little stronger touch that maybe I have and Buddha has. Sometimes people need someone just to listen. Maybe Faye can give them a listening ear. Every one of us can do something different to help, right? It doesn't matter how you help, just that you help. And that's what's important. Okay, wait, I'm having a moment. Okay, now we come. My neighbor gave a family that didn't have a home. He bought them all. That is awesome. That right there, Grace, that is awesome. That is a very good testimony. When somebody can give you a home and you didn't have a home, a whole home, he bought them a home. There are still people in the world that will do that. There's still people who will give people a meal and not just give them a sandwich and chips, a whole meal. There's some people who will put people in a hotel room when they had nowhere to live. I know. I know that there are people that'll do that. And you have to be grateful for when you meet somebody that's like that, that has a heart for the people, right? And we all aspire to have a heart for other people so that we can do what needs to be done in this world, right? And we're not concerned about doomsday sayings and things that's going on because we're concerned about still about what we came here to do. Because we came here to earth to do a job. And it's up to us to do that job, right? It's up to us to do that job, right? Now, oh, that also includes prayer. That also includes prayer. There's some people that can get a prayer through like that. They have that ability to get a prayer through. Everybody can't get a prayer through. Trust me on that. Everybody can't. But some people, they can pray and baby, they can make you feel like all your problems just went away. Hearing them pray. Right? And I'm going to tell you something else. Don't be discouraged when you're using your gift and someone doesn't receive you. If you're trying to use your gift and help someone and they don't receive you, do it on the inside. Pray on the inside, right? Ask God to help them in the area that He's showing you that they need help in. They still need your prayer. They just don't want to be bothered. They don't want to talk about it right there. See, sometimes when people are going through something in their lives, they don't want to talk about it, right? They don't want to tell everybody what's going on. And that's okay because you can still pray for them. You can still say, "Hey, girl, I got 2 sandwiches and I only meant to get one. You want it?" Say, yeah, I'll take it. You see? You see how I just did that? Now, that's not embarrassing that person saying, "I know you haven't eaten today. I bought an extra sandwich. Would you like it?" That's not the way you do it. You put it on you. You're like, "I bought an extra sandwich by mistake. I don't need it. Would you like it?" They say, "Yeah, sure." It's easier to say, "Yeah, sure" for that rather than somebody asking you, "Have you eaten today? Are you all right?" Right? Because that's embarrassing. And you don't want to embarrass somebody and when you're trying to help them. When you're trying to help somebody, you don't embarrass them. What you do is you do it that way. You put it on you. You put it on you. Thank you, Grace. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Yes. Yes, indeed. Ooh. Heavy is the head of those who wear the crown. Yeah. So when you're working in the area that God gave you to work in, sometimes it's a little hard. Sometimes it's a little hard. And you see, you'll be attacked. Look what all I've been through. See? I have a heart for people. And because I have a heart for people, that's the main thing going on in my life. What? My heart's giving me problems. Why? Because I give so much from my heart. But I know that as I give from my heart, that God will give to my heart to replenish anything that I've given outside of my heart that I need back. I'm not going to take it back from the person that I gave it to, but God will replenish me and allow me to regain what I lost. I know you're saying, well, what is it that you lost? When you give from your heart all the time, you'll find sometimes you may have actual heart palpitations. You may have double heartbeats. You may have something going on with your heart and problems breathing. That's because you're the kind of person that loves a lot and you're giving so much. Someone got mad at me and embarrassed when I said I like the veggie snack because I had left my wallet in the house. Oh, don't be embarrassed. Don't be embarrassed. You know, things happen. Sometimes we walk off and leave our purses, leave our wallets, and things like that. And it's good to have somebody say, "Hey, girl, I left my wallet at home. Can you loan me $10 until tomorrow?" Ain't nothing wrong with that. I mean, I've done it. I've done it. It's normal. It's normal. You know. Um. So it's not like you go do it every day, right? So that's just something that just happened, right? Now, hey, Dolly! Thank you, Dolly. You're one of our angels too. It's your celebration too. Dolly, our newest angel. If you have not connected to Dolly, I'd advise you to do so. Yes. Yes. Well, Trinity, you know what? You have a kind heart. And when you have a kind heart, you cry a lot. You know, things easily offend you because you have a soft, tender heart. Woohoo! 3,000! Yes, 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 yes. I remember, guys, when I first started the channel and they told me I had to have what, 1,000 subscribers? And I was like, oh my goodness, where these people gonna come from? Where am I gonna do? How am I gonna do that? And God just told me, just be you, just do what I told you to do, and everything will be all right. And I just come here every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, and I do what God just tells me to do. Right? Yes. Yes, we're growing. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed, we are. Wow. It's exciting. It's so exciting. It's so exciting. Back to these gifts. Now, who has, oh, thank you, Trending. I appreciate you too. I appreciate every one of you 3,000 guys. Every one of you. I appreciate. I do. Now we have the gift of interpretation. The gift of interpretation. What is that? It means to interpret, to explain, expound. Oh, thank you, Dolly. I love you already, Dolly Bear. Right? So, interpretation is also when someone is speaking in tongues and you can interpret what they're saying. Some people can't understand. They have the gift, this supernatural gift to understand other languages. And that's called when you're speaking in tongues. I've always heard that anyone who speaks in tongues is supposed to have me and his hair. Not gonna work. Is supposed to have an interpreter nearby so they can interpret for the people who don't understand what's going on. And this is the gift of interpretation. God reveals the meaning of the language that comes from the tongues, right? And that is a good skill to have. All of these are skills. All of these are skills. Has the gift of knowledge. Some of us have the gift of knowledge. Also called the utterance of knowledge. The utterance, Utterance of knowledge, right? It simply means having knowledge and understanding. Remember in the Bible it said, above all these things, have an understanding. Some people are just very understanding. You can talk to them about anything and they'll just understand what you're talking about. They'll make sense of things that don't make sense, right? And they won't go and tell your business. Some people, you tell them something and in privacy, and they'll go and tell somebody else, and after a while, you hear your business come right back to you. That is not what a person who has the gift of knowledge does. This person is very private with your business, with your situation, right? Now I noticed when I was younger and I used to go to church with my mom that there were some busybodies in the church who would want to know your business just so they could tell everybody and make you feel bad. And I don't know whether they felt that made them a bigger person or whatever, or bigger than anybody else or what. But that was just, to me, it's terrible to tell somebody's business and they come to you in privacy. They come to you in earnest to talk to you about what's going on in their lives, right? That's supposed to be between you, them, and God, right? So now, there's also the gift of leadership. Who has the gift of leadership? The gift of leadership, right? That is, of course, being a pastor, being a shepherd, being a leader, and she just saw Johnny Bear. And with having a mom who was a pastor, this job is hard. It is hard to be a pastor because you are a pastor 24/7. 24/7. I've seen my mom get up out the bed at 3 o'clock in the morning to go help somebody. I saw my mom go to the grocery store and buy groceries for people, pay light bills for people, right? Right? Find beds for people, right? And this job is just not in the church. It's about the church. It's about the church. Sometimes she would take money out of her own pocket and pay the light bill. Sometimes she take money out of her own pocket and get new carpeting because she was the pastor. And with her being the pastor, she had to do it. She had to do it. So it's a very good job to have, but it's a job that takes you away from your family. It's a job that takes you away from some things that you might want to do. So if you do not have the gift of you be having the availability for people and relationships with people, then that's not for you. If you don't have if you're not connected to caring for people, then it's not for you, right? It's not for you because it's a tireless job. Being a pastor is a job where you you give all. You give all. Not you yourself. You give to the people. 'Cause many times I wanted my mom to do something with me, and she said, "I'm sorry, baby, I gotta go to church." Mom, but that was her job. That was her job, and she did it well. She did it well. At her funeral, she had so many people lined up all around the walls. My mom had people everywhere. And then there was this one group of people that took up like about 6 to 7 pews. I mean, they were just, and I'm like, who are these people? And come to find out, those were people that my mom had bought clothes for, bought food for, helped find places to live because they all were homeless. And she had done things for them and helped them. And they all came to the funeral. They all came to the funeral. And I was just, I was just blown away from the kindness that my mom had. And I said, God, I too want to be a helper to the people, for the people, with the people. I've had people contact me. I'm not going to say who, you know, that's not the job. When you're doing this particular job, leadership, you don't go telling people's business. But you can say that there were some people that you helped that didn't have a place to stay. There were some people you helped that were in need of some help because they were going through some things and they didn't want to talk to anybody, but they talked to you and you held what they told you in confidence and you told them what God told you to tell them. And if God told you to, hey, go in your pocketbook, take that $100 out that you just got and give it to him, or give him $50, or give him $75. You have to do that. Why? Because that is your gift. That is your reason for being here. That is what your soul wants. What your soul wants. Okay? So leadership is caring for others when you don't even have enough to care for yourself. You still care. And know this, when you want to sincerely care for someone and you don't have what it takes to care for them, God will give it to you. God will provide. He will provide. He will make something out of nothing. Oh, thank you, Dolly. Oh, that's beautiful. If I could only be half the woman she was, I would be very happy. Yes, yes. I try to help as many people here as I can and do what I can, you know. And I feel good. I feel good about the journey that I've had here on YouTube. I feel good about the people I've met here, my angels. I feel good about um, loving you guys. You know, being an only child, it feels good to have um, brothers and sisters, angels who are my angels, who I can contact at any time, at Instagram, email, whatever. You know, it feels good to be loved and it feels good to love. I love loving you guys. It's funny how, I gotta tell you something else. It's funny how every time I start talking about spiritual things, my sinuses kick up, my eyes want to run, my nose want to itch and carry on, and that's a part of it. I guess. I guess that's a part of it. That's part of what happens with me. Okay. I'm like, oh God, what's wrong with my nose? Now, there's the gift of mercy. What does it mean to have mercy? It means to be patient. This is not my gift, and I will not front and say it is. To be patient, I am compassionate, but that patient thing, and I will never pray for patience anymore. One time I prayed for patience, and I went through so much. I went through so much, and I had to wait and wait and wait and wait and wait and wait for an answer. And I'm like, okay, now I know I prayed every day. I know I've done what you told me to do, God. I know that I read my word. Why am I waiting so long for this? When are you gonna give me the answer? It's like, when, God, when? Why, God, why? And that's because I didn't have the gift of patience. But I tell you, when you don't have the gift of patience, God will teach you. He'll teach you. He'll put you in some situations where you have no choice but to wait. Right? Right? You're he, you're very patient. That's good, Faye. That's good. No, I'm not that girl. I'm not that girl. No, I won't even. I won't even front on that one. No. Mm-mm. And like I said, one time I prayed for God to give me patience, and whoo boy, did I go through a lot. I went through a lot. You have the gift of patience too, Tiredness. I can believe that. Trendy says she's patient too. Wow. God bless your hearts. Ooh, I just have to own up to that one. I have to own up to it. And I'm not talking about just waiting for a sandwich in line or waiting at the bank. I don't mind waiting. That ain't the problem for waiting for stuff like that. But if I prayed for something, if I prayed for something and I need it by a certain date, and yes, I know that God can do all things but fail. So sometimes I do put dates and things on things. Don't judge me. I will put a date on it. Like I gotta have this by such and such a date. I'm trying to be patient, but I gotta have it. I gotta have it. If I don't do this, this will happen. If I don't do that, this will happen. You know. And what'll happen is God to tell me, call him. And I said, call him. Call him and tell him you don't have it. And tell him I don't have it. Oh God. If I tell them that I don't have it, they're gonna turn something off or move me somewhere or do something. It's gonna be bad. And God said, I said call them. And I'll call and I'll get somebody and they'll say, oh, don't worry about it, baby. We'll give you another 30 days. It's all right. It's okay. Really? What you say? And that is God teaching me about patience. He's teaching me that he can work it out no matter what it is. Now, the gift of miracles. Who has the gift of miracles? Wow. Who has the gift of miracles? Who has the gift of miracles? The apostles regularly performed miracles of all kinds, including casting out demons, healing people, raising people from the dead, striking people dead, causing blindness, and much more. Right? Those were all miracles. Right? Those were given by God to the church to reveal the presence and the glory of God among his people and to create a sense of awe and wonder and godly fear. Everybody isn't going to just listen and believe. Some people want to see. They're from the see me state. They need to see it, right? It is a blessing when you believe and you haven't seen, right? It's easy to believe that somebody's cooking in the kitchen and you smelling the food. But if you're not smelling any food, they tell you, oh, dinner be ready in a minute. You're like, I don't smell nothing. What you cooking? Oh, I got a good meal for you. Don't worry about it. Hey, Jen Rivera. Hey, godson. Thank you for stopping by. Oh, that's my godson. Yes, yes. So sometimes we have to believe even though we don't see it. Sometimes we have to believe even though we don't smell it. Sometimes we have to believe even though we can't even see our way. We got to believe in the midst of the storm that it's going to stop the storm, right? One day, a few hours, a minute, it'll stop. It will not always storm in your life. The storm will stop at some point. The storms in your life will stop at some point. You just have to stay still and do what God tells you to do to the letter. Problems start happening when you don't obey God to the point that He told you to. If He told you to put on the blue jacket and the red shoes and stand there until somebody comes and gives you something, and that's what you got to do. You got to put those red shoes on, that blue jacket, and you got to stand there. I don't care if you sitting there looking like Bozo the Clown. You got to stand there and do what God said. When God said it, He meant it. And that's what a lot of people don't want to deal with. They're like, oh God, can't I do it this way? No, God said go right, not left. My uncle had a stroke before, and doctor said he was not going to have a good recovery. Okay. Well, I had a stroke. Tired. Hands were this this finger here, this finger right here is the main thing. Well, not the main thing. It is a reminder of the fact that I had a stroke. Now, I'm forgetful sometimes now. I am forgetful. But I think that's just a part of me aging or whatever. Or the effect of the kind of work that I did working with attorneys for so many years, and I had to hold on to so much details in my head, and I feel that going forward is a little harder than thinking about the past because I got so much in my mind from the past, right? I used to work for four attorneys at one time, and I think two of them were managing attorneys, and the other two were new. And the new ones made me work the hardest, right? And some of those cases would have like 25, 30 people on a case. So whatever you had to copy for them, you had to copy for everybody. I spoke out loud from home and said that he was going to be his normal self. And what happened, Tiredness? Okay, and he had a good recovery. He spoke the word. That's wonderful. That's wonderful. Now we were talking about being a pastor, right? How do you guys think you know when God has called you to be a minister? How do you think you know? When God has called you to minister, what are some of the ways that you know that you're called to minister? Told you we're gonna get deep tonight. That's beautiful, Tiredness. I'm so glad. I'm so glad. I'm really glad because there's nothing better than recovering. Yes. So how do you know when you're called? How do you know when you're called? How do you know when you're called? Because you care. Because you care. You care as if they're your own children. Okay? And you want to learn everything that you need to learn in order to help anybody, right? And then you are available for whoever needs you. And you feed your sheep. What does that mean? When you feed your sheep, yep, yep, yep. See, sometimes people think that they have to talk eloquently and know the Bibles word by word, front to back to be a pastor. Not necessarily so. Everybody has to start from somewhere. Eventually, you will be at that point. That was one of my main things. I told my mom, I said, Mom, I'm not gonna do that. I'm not gonna be an evangelist because I can't remember all these scriptures. It's too many. I can't remember all that. And she told me, baby, when you need it, it will show up in your memory. God will bring it back to your memory. And that's exactly what happened. Every time I had to, it was my turn to speak in church and to minister in church, the words would come. I remember. I remember the scripture. The scripture would come, right? And then I'd hear God telling me what to say, 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 what to say. Sort of like this here on YouTube. When God tells me something for you guys, I might be reading your number and all of a sudden God will start talking to me for you. And then I give you what God tells me to give you. Right? Same thing. Same thing. Thank you, Dolly. Yes. I kind of believe everybody in here has some type of spiritual gift. This is why you're a part of us. You're part of us because God has given you something inside of you to do for his people, with his people, by his people. And we are all like-minded. We're all like-minded. Not saying that we don't have things that we're going through. We all have something that we're going through. But we are helpers one to another. We're encouraging each other, letting each other know you can make it. It's going to be all right. What you need? Can I help you? Hit me up in Instagram. You know, this is how we do because we're family. This channel is a family channel. And I feel like each and every one of you is connected to me. Really connected to me. So we can share each other. I get it. No. So we can share each other and understand that's why we're called to be here. Yes. We're called to be here because we're all a part of the angel family. That's why I call all of you angels. I'm not the only angel in the house. All of you are angels. all of you. Okay. And why am I teaching on the spiritual gifts tonight? Because the more I read about them, you'll see yourself in one of those gifts. And you'll be like, oh, that's me. This is why I'm teaching on the gifts tonight, right? I had planned to just have a party and whoop whoop all night, but God told me to read it. So I'm reading it. Reading it. The gift of service. The gift of service. This is when you're helping or you're aiding in love with the community. You're doing it out of love. When you serve out of love, right? You serve out of love. And you also help to spread the word. You have a devoted heart. You have a desire to follow. You don't seek recognition. You don't want the spotlight. If you help somebody who's hungry, you don't want them going telling the world. You don't want them to give you anything. Just take it and go. You know, that's when you have a heart for the people of God. When you have a heart for the people of God, and you have the love of God, the love of Christ in your heart, you care about people. You care about animals. You care about flowers and trees and things like that. The environment. You care. You are nurturing and you care. And this is when you're helping people. That is the gift of service. Okay. Then there's the gift of teaching, which I'm doing right now. Teaching. People who teach will be judged with greater strictness. Why is that? Why are teachers judged more stricter than other gifts? Because you always have somebody who wants to challenge and act as if maybe you don't either know what you're talking about or that they know more than you know about whatever it is that you're trying to teach, right? That's why we have to study the word. We have to study it to make ourselves approved, meaning so that we're not embarrassed of ourselves. So if we know what we're talking about, then we can talk to anybody about it. Now, when you live the word, that's even better because you can talk from your experience, right? Experience is a wonderful teacher. It'll teach you things that you read, but it didn't make sense. Okay. Like when I was studying systems engineering about computers, I read it. I read the books. I understood the books. But when my computer completely shut down and I couldn't figure out what's going on, I had to remember those books. I had to go get those books and figure out what I needed to do. And then it started coming back. See, the more you do something, the quicker things start. Your memory will kick in. That's what I'm trying to say. Your memory will kick in. This is why God gives us memory, right? Now, the church has to have a teacher. The church has to have a teacher so that when people do things out of error, out of sin, that they can talk to them and speak the truth to them and let them know, okay, This is how you do it. You don't do it this way. And they know how exactly to talk to people. See, everybody doesn't know how to talk to people, but a teacher knows how to talk to people. Okay? There's the gift of tongues. We talked about that. The gift of languages. This is when you're speaking in other languages, unknown languages, heavenly language, right? And the other part of that is the person who can interpret what you're saying. Some churches teach that you're not supposed to speak in tongues if there's not an interpreter in the room. But sometimes the tongues will come whether there's an interpreter or not. And what'll happen is somebody will come later on and say exactly what the tongues were, because spirit will come upon them and remind them or tell them what the church needs to hear from that tongue. And that's how that works. Okay. The gift of wisdom. And it's knowledge and wisdom. Knowledge and wisdom. Now, the gift of wisdom refers to an intimate relationship and understanding of the Bible and the commandments, resulting in holy and upright living. And it means to speak to the life of the individuals or a specific situation with great understanding, righteous perspective, and a goal of guiding others towards a life of worship and holiness. Now, the fear of the Lord is the beginning of wisdom. All those who practice it have a great understanding that his praise endures forever. So the first thing we need to know about wisdom is that it's pure, that it's peaceful, that it's gentle. It's open to reason, which means that the other person you're talking to, wisely to, they can speak. They can speak and say what they understand it to be. It's not a point where you're the only one that has wisdom. No. God gives some wisdom to everybody. Where one may understand about cooking, somebody else may understand engineering, somebody else may understand medical stuff, somebody else may understand law, somebody else may understand physical therapy, and all together it makes us one. This is why we come together. All of you have gifts. And this is what I'm trying to teach you tonight. All of you have gifts. Everyone that comes to this channel and stays and joins and comes to each live and learns things is because they are gleaning to know more about the gift that they have. Eventually, they will learn about their gift. Eventually, they will learn more about the power that God has given them. And you must understand and overstand that your gift is power. It's powerful. It's nothing to play with. It's very powerful. And as my mom used to say, your gift will always make room for you. What does that mean? When your gift makes room for you, people will come to you and ask you to do things that you'll have to utilize your gift. Okay? Never, never give up an opportunity to utilize your gift. Did you know just being calm and quiet is a gift? because there may be somebody else who is always, and then they come around you and they calm down. They can be like a Rottweiler, but they come around you and they're just a little poodle because your calmness calms them down. So never miss an opportunity to use what God has given you. If God tells you to tell somebody such and such and such a thing, tell them. I know you're going to say, well, what if it's not right? What if I don't say it right? I'll be embarrassed. Well, maybe not. I've had people tell me no, and they were not telling the truth. They were not telling the truth. And they knew they weren't telling the truth. And I knew they weren't telling the truth. But I let them think I didn't know. If that's the way you want to feel about it, okay. Okay. You can't get offended when somebody tells you no. You can't get offended when somebody tells you no. Let them tell you no. Okay, baby. All right, you say no. Okay. Let it be no. They'll come back and tell you later, I told you no when you told me something, but it happened. What you told me to do, I ended up having to do it. All right. In facts. So that's why you never miss an opportunity to do what God tells you to do. You're here for a purpose. You're all here for a purpose. You all have gifts of some sort. Let this year we're going into be a year where you start learning more about your gifts and how to use them. Okay. So let's do that in our coming up year. Let's learn more about spiritual gifts. Let's learn more about why we are here. You're here for a reason. All the chaos and all the problems, all the people, places, and things you went through, you're here for a reason. All the moving you did, there's a reason. All the people who stopped talking to you, there's a reason. How about we find out what the reason is so you don't be so hard on yourself and think you messed up? Okay? So that's what we're going to do this next year. We're going to get deeper in our studying. And we're going to find out more about the spiritual gifts that you all have so that you can use them in your life to make your life better and make other people's lives better. Okay? Anybody have anything to share? I had a different way I was going to do this tonight, but God wanted me to teach on the gifts. And you know why? Because all of you that stayed are gifted. Even some of you that left, that are listening in the background, you're gifted too. You're gifted too. And you guys are my angels too. Whether you come in the chat or not, you're still my angels. But those in the chat, those are my babies. They right there with me. Okay, Trending has the question. Anything angels want to tell me now, ma'am? Angel. Anything the angels want to tell me now? Did you go back? No, that's not what you said, is it? Okay. I heard go back to work. I heard go back to work. Back to work. Back to work. It sounds like something that you once did. God wants you to go back and revisit that. Yeah. Also saying that you're going to need the income. You're going to have some need, for more income. That doesn't mean you have to go back to the same place. Just go back to work. True. You just had your surgery. How long has it been? Thank you. Thank you, Faye. Thank you so much. Thank you. Faye, do you teach? Faye, do you teach? 2 months. That's about right. Doctor released me 6 weeks after having a hysterectomy. So yeah, that's about right, Trending. Tighten up your stomach. Do some sit-ups. Hmm. Somebody in here is gonna open up a restaurant. I don't know who that is, but somebody in here is gonna open up a restaurant. Hmm. Somebody else is gonna go to school for engineering. Yes, you are tired. Thank you, Spirit. Yeah. Wait. Let me let you see the sign. You see the sign? Wait. Can't see it like that. Oh, I'm stuck. Thank you. Yes. Been working. Okay, I get it. I get it. I get it. I get it. Hmm. You back to being you? Are you back to yourself? Somebody in here is going to either create a perfume or I want to say some makeup or something for women. Uh, oh, a facial type. All right, she's back to business. Yeah, somebody's gonna create something and it's gonna take off and it's gonna make you a lot of money. Somebody's gonna create something. It's a product that's gonna be created. Somebody in this room. Is Grace home safe now? No, no. This was a way, Grace, for you to get another home. That's why this happened. For you to move. But see, you're emotionally attached. But spirit goes with you wherever you go. And you know what I mean by that. You know what I mean by that. Tiredness, I heard go faster. I heard go faster. So yeah, you're going in the right direction and go faster. Somebody's trying to move. Who is it? Somebody's trying to move. And where you're gonna move to is gonna be better than where you're at. Somebody's trying to move. The money will come together, don't worry. Remember, if you're gonna worry, don't pray. If you're gonna pray, don't worry. Aww. Love you, Buddha. Okay, guys. Yeah, I think it's about my time. I got 3 more minutes. Oh, get your last questions in. Spirit is hot tonight. Yeah, the yellow is for healing. Isn't that citron for healing? Yellow is for healing. Green is for finance. So God is healing you from that situation you were in. Thank you, Spirit. Yes, Spirit, God is healing you from that situation you were in. This is why you see the yellow. We will be back on Monday. Monday will start our new year. And I can't wait to see what God's going to give me for you guys before the new year. It is such a blessing. Every time I turn on my computer and I see you guys, it is such a blessing to see you on Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. Right? And I'm kind of thinking 555 is change. I don't know about the 914. Bring the 919 and 414, Faye. Bring that Monday. Matter of fact, I'll write it down for you. Faye, 919 and 414. Okay. I got to Faye. Wrote it down. Okay. Yep. So that's what's going to happen in our next year, guys. We're going to be learning more spirituality. Yeah, we're going deeper. We're going deeper spiritually. And we'll learn more about the knowledge of the gift of wisdom. Because without wisdom, the people perish. And we're not perishing. So, this is what we'll learn more about. Okay? It's going to be a great new year. I'm looking forward to it. And I'm hoping that we get that retreat going at some point. Which one of you had a big old house we all could meet? That would be great. But I love you. I love you. I love you. From your head to your toes and everything within. Thank you for being one of our 3,000 subscribers. Thank you. I love you. I love you dearly. Sleep well. See you Monday. If you need me over the weekend, send me emailing in Instagram, okay? All right. Good night, guys.